Hello guys, welcome back. I know you have watched our first video this afternoon, and thank you for those who requested some more stocks to review. And I found that we have a lot, so I just felt the need to grant your request so that we are all prepared before the market opens tomorrow. Okay, so far I have 5, 6, 12, 18, around 25 requests. I love it. Okay. I'd like to start. And by the way, if this is your first time to watch your video, um, try to take the time and watch the previous videos just so you understand the main theme of this channel. We are doing stock market review for stocks in the Philippine market, and we're doing this every day. So if you also like to watch these kinds of videos, I'm inviting you to subscribe and of course hit the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. And let's get started. I'd like to cover HLCM. Oh wow, look at that. Nice volume. Mm, so we see this. Okay, so this is a very good pattern that we have here right now. Okay, we came from an oversold area. This is an oversold level because the line that our RSI line has reached the 20 level here, so that's considered oversold. When you say oversold, that means it's getting cheap. I know the other day I was reviewing this and I already told you guys that you have a bullish divergence here, and once we have that, while the price is moving downwards last time, we said that your RSI is already giving us advanced signals, and we said that it won't be long until you see that bounce happening, and that day happened today, in fact. So good job for those people who were able to enter. um, I don't know when, probably yesterday or the other day. I forgot, when did we review this? Like 2 days ago, I remember, probably. Yeah, so this is it. You had a gain of 10.48% increase. Now, my thoughts, if there's a possibility that this will continue to move higher, yes, definitely. I see it moving higher. Although if people will be taking profit, because there are a lot of traders here, they might take a few, um, you know, uh, a part of their probably portfolio. They're going to take profit. So just haggle anywhere from where it is at right now. I'd say it's already a good time to enter, because overall, um, you're very, very cheap right now. See that it's like a reset of the price. It did not reach the 5.79, 5.72 level, but definitely this is, look at that. The previous bottom was back in 2018, and we went back to that level again, and we're already starting to show a reverse in direction. So good job. 6.96, a few cents discount would be okay, but wherever it is at right now, I feel that that's already a good time to start accumulating. SCC. SCC, look at that. The body of the candlestick still very small at the moment, actually, as you can see there, and we are sitting at a support level. This is still considered as a support area. For several days now, we're just moving within that range, flatlining at the area now. So I'd say I feel that any moment from now, this is really bound to bounce. It's just that I don't want you guys to get in too early. So try to just put this in your watch list, and at any time it shows, some bullish signs there, then that's the time you enter. I think a good green candlestick starting at 1290 or ending higher, then that's confirmation of a bounce. For now, just hang in there. Don't take any action yet. I feel that this will just continue moving sideways yet, or could be tomorrow. We don't know yet, but 1290 is for me the support area. TEL Tell, not a good sign. Look at that. This is our MA20 line. The center line here is the MA20 in a Bollinger Band. Look at that. Okay, so the middle line there is the average price in the past 20 days. So because part of the body right now has crossed the MA20 moving downwards, so chances are it will continue to dip, and it might go back to the 1171 level. And let us see by that time when it touches that area. Don't forget to request this stock, and then we'll take a look at how the pattern is looking, or is forming at that time. And we also would like to see the volume plus, of course, our RSI. In the meantime, my sentiment here is that it might go down some more. I think it's just fine. People are taking profit because this has been on a bullish movement for the past few months. While the other stocks are declining big time, this stock was rallying up. So it's just resting. AGI. AGI as well. We're slightly higher, although we are a red today. We're slightly higher um, in price, but you're still seated very near your support level. Okay, let me put it there. This used to be your resistance. Look at that, because that's how we screen it. Look to the left. Do you see some consolidation happening? We found one over here. So that will serve as your support area, because we managed to break out of that. We went higher, and so this stock is doing right now is it's trying to create a brand new support in the area where you used to have your resistance. So a previous resistance, once we break that, will eventually become your support. You might be wondering, it's not very specific to that line. Know that this is an area. Okay, it could be slightly higher or slightly lower than that. So 705 to 702 for me is still an area of support. So observe first, because it might do some sideways again. And all we wanted to see there is a bullish sentiment pushing the price higher. 702 is our projected support area. LTG. Okay, we don't like this formation today. We officially, the entire body of the candlestick went below the MA20 line. The previous day's candlestick was 50-50 because part of the body is below the MA20 line, so we can just consider that an overshoot downwards. But in today's candlestick, it was a confirmation because the entire body is now below that line. So there could be some more dips, could be tomorrow or up until a few days from now. But this is the next support I'm seeing, and I bet you know why. I saw this. This used to be your resistance, and 2 days straight here, price landed at the same area. So most likely it will revisit your 7.98 to 8 peso level, and then most likely it will also bounce back again. So far, this is already how many percent from the bottom? That's 41%. But what about your long-term potential gain here? Still a lot, right? So I think this one, this I'm mentioning right now is best for our long-term investors. But of course, if you're just merely trading the stock, wow, that's a 200% increase against your 41% risk there. So if you're into long-term investing, this is the bottom that we have so far. And if you're willing to wait, I don't know how long it'll take for this price level to be reached again. Okay, so try to, even though let's say your perspective is for long-term investing, understand technical analysis, because that will give you more profitable trades. Yan. Okay, so for now, I see it dropping at the 7.98 level. What about MBT? MBT as well has officially broken the MA20 line. The previous day, part of the candle was still hanging in there at the MA20 line, but now we have the full body in that area. But you know what? I think this is also acting as a support, the area where it is at right now. Because of this, I saw this. Also this previously, it was, moving within this range. Let me just go ahead and try to see the weekly chart. Sometimes, oh, weekly chart has more, yeah, I see some more declines in the weekly chart. This part over here, when it reached the MA20 area, it rejected that. So we all know that those moving averages, so MA lines, are very powerful. And some of them use a combination of MA20, MA50, MA100, and then MA200. And then they enable that on their screen. And then when the MA20 is higher than MA50, MA50 is higher than MA100, and MA100 is higher than MA200, then with that format, then the stock is in an uptrend. But definitely, the point there is moving average lines are very, very powerful. So right now in my Bollinger Band, the middle line here is the MA20. And look at that. Each time, there will also be some occasions when that gets broken, but normally it really respects that. So now, in a weekly chart that acted as a resistance and we continuously dropped, let us see if this area here will be supported. Right now, in the short term, the current area is already acting as a support level because I saw this. But you know what? I think this one is more reliable. That area, 36.90, is the area I see this price dropping right now. Okay. That's the nearest support. ANI. ANI, I like this. You know why? From a constricted Bollinger Band, we're starting to open up. So this means that most likely we are going to have some more bullish movements here. And if you are to look at the volume, it's starting to pick up here. So small. There, look at that. So the cloud that you see, that's the average volume. And second day now, we are trending higher and higher. So volume, more and more people are starting to see this stock looking attractive. At the moment, it is sitting at a resistance. You know why? This one, this area, and this area. Okay, so we might have some retracements, but it will just be a minor retracement. That's one thing for sure, because we're still very near that area of support, whereby this resistance that you see here, I have a feeling it will just go back to that area and create a brand new support at that level before it continues to move higher. This is a very common thing that I would draw when we have a breakout, okay? Because what happened here today is a breakout play. We broke out of this resistance, and so when it does that, most likely it will revisit your previous resistance and now will create a support there and then go higher again. See that? So we're at a resistance. Sometimes though, when a price starts much higher than 790, because that's your resistance, and it starts higher than that, then you again have another breakout there, and then we plot the next resistance. So try to observe really how the market will be performing tomorrow, because two things with this kind of setup, two things can happen. It can continuously move higher and higher, and then people will take profit after that. But otherwise, it will also create this. Because one thing that we cannot be very sure of is when we have a breakout play, we don't really know how far it will move up, sometimes up to that level and then drop again, or sometimes even higher and drop again. So one thing that should remember at this point, given that we have a short-term resistance there, you also look at your previous resistance, because that might be revisited and we create a brand new support at that area. Okay, 760 for me is the nearest support. ACEX. Okay, nice bounce as well. Well, it's not actually a bounce. We managed to cross the MA20 line. We're now higher than the MA20 line, and we're starting to push the price higher here. This is your short-term resistance, but I have a strong feeling with the kind of volume that we have today, we might even push the price higher. Okay, so that will be the nearest resistance. I'm just banking on this good volume that we found here. We might pick up and move some more, but just in case people will take profit, they might take profit and drop the price at 680, 689, around that area. Okay, so again, wherever it is at right now, it's already very attractive with the good volume that we have here. So more bullish movements we're anticipating more bullish movements in the coming days. Look at that. Look at the potential of this stock. Okay, 6.89 is the nearest support, 7.25 is the nearest resistance, but given the volume, I feel that we might be pushing the price higher. ACEX, BRN. BRN also. Okay, look at that. Just be extra careful, guys, because you are already at the overbought level, and this is a secondary stock. We might have people taking profit by tomorrow. 0.73 is the nearest resistance. I will not be surprised if tomorrow it will dip and retrace at the first area of possible support. Because I saw this used to be a resistance over here. So when it drops, it might create a support at that level. So just be extra careful, okay? You're very near a resistance. LC? LC, do we have an LC? LC, okay. Nice, you also have a breakout here. This used to be a resistance. But guys, take a look at your trades here, okay? Be extra careful. You don't have to chase that. I suggest be a little conservative, especially because this is a secondary stock. 0.08 for me is the best entry price. That's still considered to be cheap level from the bottom that we have here compared to where it was before. Wow. So one thing that I'm not covering in this discussion, guys, is our fundamental analysis. So I highly recommend to first look at fundamentals of the company, look at the financial health of the business, future projects, look at the news, and then from there, migrate your attention to technical analysis, which of course, Miss JD can help you with that in your journey. This is what we do. We're just focused on technical analysis, and our insights are based on that. Now, do your assignment. If you feel that this company is steady, strong, I would have to say, looking at where it is situated right now, it's a promising area. We started to trigger a breakout play there. So I feel that you will have some more movements higher and higher than this. Okay, but if people will take profit, just between this and 0.08 is already a good price. Nickel. Nice bounce, nickel. So yeah, very good, very good. Good catch here. This is your support. Okay. So anywhere from 1.81 to 1.94 is already a good entry, guys. This is actually a confirmation. So we just do not know if it'll do a gap up tomorrow or start the price around 1.94. And if that happens, your call. Would you like to get in right away, or you still would like to be a conservative player and wait for it to dip at 1.81? That's the only thing that I cannot reassure you guys. In some occasions, I'm correct. The price revisits. Sometimes it dips, but only halfway. And if it is still within your risk reward ratio, why not? It's still very cheap level, and you're very near your support area. This is the support I'm pegging at right now, 1.81. Globe. Okay, not looking good. Your Bollinger Band, look at that, it's pointing downwards. I feel that we might have some more declines for this stock. So just be extra careful. This used to be your resistance here for several occasions. It's also stopping at that level, but with how the candlestick was formed today, I feel that you are going to have some more triggers moving downwards. So be extra careful there. Next possible drop would be 2008 level. People are just taking profit because, again, like TEL, while everyone was suffering, declining in price, that these two companies are rallying bullishly moving during the quarantine period. No, I can't give you this. So just hold on to your buying power. Maybe you can consider other stocks first and wait for it to reach at the level where you can have more discounts. And then that's the time you enter. But definitely, if you're going to ask me if this is one of the reliable companies, of course it is. In fact, this is one of the companies that give out regular dividends with, good amounts. See that? Okay. If you're after dividend payouts. So this is one of the high paying ones. Next would be IDC. IDC, I think, is also going to continue moving higher. We just actually bounced here. That area, 2.06. Used to be a resistance here, right? Is here as well. So I feel that we are going to have some more bullish movements here in the coming days, starting tomorrow. Actually started already. Okay, so just in case the market gives you a chance from 209 to 206, that would already be okay. RLC. Oh, I don't like this. The body of the candlestick is already below that line. So if it drops, next drop would be here. Of course, we screen to the left. Do you see an area? This 2 days straight. This one as well. And then if it drops some more, 15.54. Okay, but overall the sentiment for me is on a decline. Don't get in yet, right? URC. Oh, see this? This MA20 line is still very strong here. It's following this. That's your resistance. It's having a difficult time breaking that. And so, where could it possibly drop? It might drop somewhere, guys. So be patient. There's a support right at this level, which is in your weekly chart. That's already your MA20 line. So we're still above that. I feel like it will just stabilize at the 126 level. 126, 127, around that. Oh, which is not that far. Okay, this one. So I would normally go on a weekly chart so that I see the, a clearer picture, and this validated it. Look at that as well here. Should I change this to yellow so you can see it better? There's so many yellows. Okay, that one. So that's the area. 126.31. The next one is SMPH. SMPH. Oh no. On a weekly chart, we have a resistance here around 32. Let me go to the daily chart. Oh, see? Guys, be extra careful. I see a big chance of it dropping some more around 28.35. You just hang in there and wait for a cheaper price and then get in. 28.35 is the area that I see. Okay, we're already officially outside or lower than the MA20 line, so not good. What about tech? Tech gave us a chance again at the MA20 line. I just hope it doesn't break this, but I feel that this area is acting strong as a support level, because for several days here we just moved within this range, and then it even bounced up to this level, which, yeah, that makes sense around this area. But overall, look at that. See, I have a position here. I entered around 7.90, I think. Around this, when it broke, probably this one, this was probably the day I entered. When it broke the MA20 line, I entered there. And I did not take profit around 9.48. But that's fine, because, I was looking after this one. This is the bigger picture that I'm looking at. Hopefully, I have the patience to wait. But let's see if if I don't get tired of waiting. Probably. I have a feeling I'll be exiting around 12. Not sure. Sometimes that's this thing happened to me. Meg, I can't remember if you've been watching my video. I think around this time when price was just doing sideways, and then I wasn't too patient to wait. And I think this was the day. Look at this. This was the day when it had this major dip. When I cut my loss, I think I lost around 500 pesos there. And only to find out a few days after, look at that. But now that I'm here with Meg, let me talk about that. I feel that it will go back to that level again. Not that much though. Probably around this 2.68 or 2.71. Yeah, it's an area, because this is a resistance. This used to be your support.